Hi Modcrafters, I'm Miss Modcraft and in this video we carry on creating our first data pack. If you haven't already watched episode 1, you can click the card in the top right corner over here. In this video we will learn how to add the hero of the village effect after feeding villagers some cake, with each piece of cake increasing the level of the effect, as well as how to overwrite vanilla Minecraft recipes. If you want to see more Minecraft mod tutorials, don't forget to subscribe, but for now let's begin. Just like in the last video, we're going to combine an advancement and function to trigger the new villager behaviour. This time we're going to start with creating our function first. Again, just like our carrot and kelp functions, we want our function to give the player the hero of the village effect. However, we want our function to increase the level of the effect each time the function is run. To be able to do this, we need to check if the player has the effect and the level of the effect. We will utilise the NBT data of the player. NBT stands for Named Binary Tag, and to put it simply, it is a way Minecraft saves information. We can use the NBT data in a command so that the command is only run when the target has the NBT data specified. Don't worry if you're a little confused by NBT data still, we will make more sense of it once we have written our command. First we want to give the hero of the village effect to the player only if they don't already have it. After the @s, we start with a square bracket and then put NBT followed by an equal sign. We will always start with this when wanting to check the NBT data. We want to check if the player doesn't have the effect, so we will next add an exclamation mark. Just an editing note, when I recorded my screen I placed the equal sign and exclamation mark back to front. The equal sign always comes right after NBT. Next we add a squiggly bracket and type active_effects followed by a colon and another square bracket. Next we need to specify that we want to include the hero of the village effect in our check. We start with another squiggly bracket and type ID colon double quote Minecraft colon hero underscore of underscore the underscore village double quote, and then we close with a backward squiggly bracket. We only want to include the hero of the village effect, but if we wanted to check other effects, we could put a comma here and add another set of squiggly brackets with the effect we want inside. Instead, we're just going to close the other brackets off with a backward square bracket, a backward squiggly bracket, and another backward square bracket. We can finish our command by adding a 0 to the end. This lets Minecraft know we specifically want to add our effect at level 1. Often in programming, programmers like to start at 0 instead of 1. If our function ran now, it would give the player hero of the village level 1. If run again immediately, it would have no effect on the player. Instead we want the effect to upgrade to level 2. Before we carry on, we need to think about what order we want our commands to run in. Sometimes if we put commands in the wrong order, it can result in something happening that we don't want. In our function, if we put the command to increase the effect from level 1 to level 2 underneath our current command, our first command will give the player the effect and then our second command will increase its level from 1 to 2. This means that the first time the function is run, the player will be given the effect at level 2. We don't want this. We want the player to only get level 2 after the function is run twice. So instead of putting our level 1 to level 2 command under our current command, we're going to add it above. This command is going to look very similar to our existing one, with the only difference being that we don't have an exclamation point, and instead of a 0 at the end we have a 1. Now when we run the function, our first command will check if the player has the hero of the village effect, and because the player doesn't have the effect, it will move on without doing anything. Then our second command will check if the player hasn't got the hero of the village effect, and because the player doesn't have the effect, it will give them the effect at level 1. Then when our function is run a second time, our first command will check again if the player has the hero of the village effect, and because this time they do, it will upgrade the effect to level 2. Then our second command will check if the player hasn't got the hero of the village effect, and because this time the player has the effect, it will move on without doing anything. Well done for keeping up so far, but we aren't finished yet. we now need to add a command to upgrade from level 2 to level 3. Again, on the line above, we start our command like the one below. However, this time we don't want to just check if they have the effect, but if the effect is at level 2. To do this, we go back to our second double quote and add a comma. Next we add amplifier, colon, 1b. We can then finish off our command the same as the 2 below, but this time finishing with the 2 at the end. We might have another problem. If the player already has the hero of the village at level 2, our first command will run and give us level 3, but our second command will also run, as it's only checking if the player has the effect and doesn't care about the level. We could adjust our second command to check if the amplifier is 0b, but luckily this is not actually necessary. In Minecraft, if you run a command to add an effect at a level, if the player already has the effect at a higher level, it will keep the effect at the higher level and ignore the command. We want to add the remaining commands for increasing the level from 3 to 4 and 4 to 5. We also want to add a command to refresh the effect at level 5 if the effect is already at level 5. We can copy our top command and paste it 3 times above, and then just change our amplifier and the level we're adding. Now let's create our advancement. Like the previous advancement, we set the function, description, icon, and check and uncheck the checkboxes. The trigger we want to use doesn't exist in our trigger builder, but if we try to save without a trigger, we will get a warning. So for now, we're just going to give it the same consume trigger as the other advancements and set the item to any item, and now we can save. We're going to need to actually change the code of our advancement. To do this, we need to open the advancements file. On the left, you will see a window called Workspace File Browser. If you don't see this, it might be hidden and you will need to click this arrow to open it. To navigate to our advancement, you'll need to open Resources, then Data, then the folder that has the same name as your mod ID. Finally, the Advancements folder. You should now see the 3 advancements that we have created, including the one that we just created. Now double click to open the Feed Villager advancement. This is a JSON file. JSON is a very common file type that is used to store data. Here we can see the trigger is set to consume_item. We want to change this to player_interacted_with_entity. We also want to change the item that we want to interact with to be a cake. At the moment, the advancement would trigger whenever you interact with any entity while holding a cake. We want to change this so it only triggers with villagers. To do this, we need to add another condition. After the squiggly bracket for the item, we add a comma. Then in between 2 double quotes, we add entity followed by a colon. Then we add a squiggly bracket and do the same again, but this time put type. After the colon, we put Minecraft, colon villager, all in between 2 double quotes. Now hold Ctrl and press the S key to save. You will get a warning from mCreator because we have changed the code. mCreator wants to know whether we should prevent it from overwriting our changes if we make changes in the advancement tab. We don't want mCreator to overwrite what we've just done, so we'll click the button to lock the code and save. Before we leave this page, I'm going to set the parent of the advancement to itself. I'm just going to copy the name, carefully not including the _0, and paste it after the colon. I'm then going to copy the full name of the advancement, including the mod ID, as we'll need it in a second. Now don't forget to save the file with Ctrl S again. Back in our function, like the previous functions, we need to revoke the advancement. We also need another command to remove 1 cake from the player's inventory. To do this, we type clear @s Minecraft::cake and then 1. You may be at a point now where you are finding it easier to understand Minecraft commands, but to break this down, clear is for removing an item from the player's inventory. @s is our target, as usual the player that's interacted with the villager. Minecraft::cake is the item that we want to remove, and the 1 is to indicate that we want to remove just 1 cake. Our function is now finished and we can save. Now I want to change the recipe for cake. The Minecraft cake has these red dots on the top, but nothing in the recipe would make them, so I'm going to add berries to the recipe. Just as before, we create a new recipe. When we name this recipe though, we need to make sure we give it the same name as the recipe we want to overwrite. In this case of cake, the recipe is simply called cake, so that's what I'll put. To overwrite the vanilla recipe, we need to change the recipe namespace from the mod to Minecraft, and then again we need to fill in the crafting table including the item that's being created. I'm going to use the normal cake recipe but change the middle milk to berries. One small thing to mention, with the block and item selector, if you find two things with the same name, like wheat, it's because one is the item and one is the block. We want to use the item, so we can click the items button to only show items and search for the wheat there. That way we know we're clicking the correct one. Make sure to save and we're ready to head over to Minecraft to test what we've done. We should now find that the cake recipe has been overwritten to the recipe that we've set. We should also find that when we right click on a villager while holding a cake, we get the hero of the village effect. If we keep giving the villager cake, we can see the level of the effect increasing with each cake until we reach hero of the village level 5, at which point it just resets the 2 minutes we have it for. Well done everyone! You should now know how to create more complicated advancements and functions, as well as how to overwrite vanilla Minecraft recipes. If you want to carry on, please click the video here, where we will learn how to create recipes for items that have custom MBT data, as well as how to use this custom MBT data in functions. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe for more Minecraft mod tutorials. Goodbye mod crafters, and we'll see you next time.